Good morning, students. Today we study about scarce resource and building such resources with our theme sustainable development. So, scarce resources are those resources which are really available in a rare or in a limited quantity. And sustainable development means we make progress and balance with our development means development and protecting our environment equally. So welcome to this presentation exploring the relationship between scarce resources and sustainable development. Today we will learn about challenges our planet faces due to limited resources and explore how we can work towards a sustainable future. So, we see our earth in front of this our presentation. So, this shows we have to protect our nature, protect our environment for our better future and for our better life. We have to make progress, but we have utmost care we must take, uh, like we grow our resources or we make progresses. What are scarce resources? So, limited availability. Scarce resources are those that are limited in supply and cannot be easily replenished. These resources are essential for human survival and economic growth, but their finite nature poses significant challenges for our future. Increasing demand. As the global population grows and consumption patterns shift, the demand for resources is constantly increasing. So, this disparity between limited supply and a growing demand is a driving force behind resource scarcity and its associated problems. We here take one example, that is crude oil means petrol, diesel, such like project products. So these are their stock is limited, right? Cannot use these resources properly or by planning or without planning, they must definitely extinct, right? So this shows that why it is important to use our scarce resources very effectively and efficiently, and what is the reason behind sustainable development. Importance of sustainable development. So let's start. Conserving resources. Sustainable development focuses on meeting current needs without compromising the ability of future future generations to meet their own. It emphasizes responsible resource use, conservation, and efficient management to ensure a healthy and thriving planet for all. Second one is promoting equity. Sustainable development strives for just and equitable society where all individuals have access to resources and opportunities. It addresses the needs of both current and future generations, promoting a fair and balanced distribution of resources and benefits. So we have to balance our resource and our benefits. Protecting the environment. So sustainable development is most mainly focuses on protection of environment. Sustainable development aims to protect our natural environment by minimizing population, reducing waste, and preserving biodiversity. By adopting sustainable practices, we can ensure a healthy and resilient ecosystem for generations to come. So, it is our responsibility to protect our resources for our future generation. So, for this, we must take utmost care and utmost planning to use such resources with protecting our environment for our future generations. See, challenges of scarce resources, environmental degradation. Overexploitation of scarce resources leads to environmental degradation. Like I said earlier, that we have to use oil, that is crude oil means diesel, petrol, kerosene, also natural gas that is obtained with crude oil. So we have their stock is very limited, and that's why we have to plan for these products, including deforestation, pollution, and loss of biodiversity. These consequences can have far reaching impacts on ecosystems, human health, and climate change. Next one, social and economic inequality. Scarce resources can exacerbate social and economic inequality, with some communities having greater access to resources than others. This can lead to conflict, poverty, and displacement. So it is beneficial to um, reduce our poverty and displacement like migrations, etc. Climate change. The extraction and use of many scarce resources, particularly fossil fuels, contribute to climate change. This can lead to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and another devastating consequences. So, human beings now face global warming issues, melting of glaciers from our poles. So these are the indications, and nature says that our nature warning us to use our resource very effectively and very important. Very important is to develop sustainable development means growth with maintain natural balances. Impact on the environment. Pollution. Excessive resource extraction and industrial processes can lead to air, water, and soil pollution. This can harm human health, wildlife, and ecosystems, impacting the quality of life for all. Then next one, deforestation. The demand for wood, land, and resources often leads to deforestation, which disrupts ecosystems, reduces biodiversity, and contributes to climate change. Water scarcity. Overuse and contamination of water resources can lead to water scarcity, affecting human health, agriculture, and industry. This can also lead to conflicts over access to water resources. Strategies for sustainable resource management. So we have to follow some strategies to to manage sustainable resources. First one, conservation. Reducing our consumption and resources and using them more effectively can help conserve them for future generations. And this includes reducing waste, recycling, and adopting sustainable practices in our daily life. So, human being must adopt some sustainable usable practices in their daily life. That is, first one, reduce wastages, or we have to recycle product that we really want to recycle, and adopting sustainable practice. Second one, renewable resources. Switching to renewable resources of energy such as solar, wind, and hydropower can reduce our reliance on finite resources that those are really on the verge of extinction or in danger. Investing in renewable energy technologies is crucial for sustainable future. So human being must focus on reusing product or recycling or developing new saving techniques. Third one, recycling and reusing. Recycling and reusing materials instead of discarding them can reduce waste and conserve valuable resources. Implementing efficient recycling systems and promoting responsible consumption practices are essential for resource management. Basically, we have to recycle plastics or reuse such products that we really want to use. For example, paper, our metal products, plastic products also, like renewable versus non-renewable resources. So renewable resources can be replenished naturally over time. Examples include solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, and biomass. These resources are considered sustainable because they can be used indefinitely without depleting their supply. So solar energy is, so take example of solar energy. So we have whole year solar energy, and its source is very vast, that is sun. So it is very vast, and up and creating such products by using solar energy, and it's really it's really reduce the pressure on extraction of natural gases and oil. Non-renewable resources are finite and cannot be replenished at the rate at which they are consumed. Examples include fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, right? Minerals and nuclear fuels. These resources are unsustainable in the long term and need careful management to prevent depletion. So we have to focus on depletion of our fossil fuels or different non-renewable resources to maintain sustainability. Role of technology in sustainability. Energy efficiency. Technologies like smart grids, energy efficient appliances, and building insulation can reduce energy consumption and waste. This can help us conserve energy and reduce our reliance on non renewable resources. Second one, renewable energy. Advances in solar, wind, and other renewable energy technologies are making them more efficient and cost effective. These innovations are crucial for transitioning to a clean and sustainable energy system. Third one, waste management. Technological solutions for waste management, such as advanced recycling progress or process and composting, can help reduce waste and recover valuable materials, and this can minimize the environmental impact of our consumption habits. Individual responsibility for sustainable living. So, so what we have to do to to help sustainable development? So first one, reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce your consumption of resources, reuse items whenever possible, and recycle materials to minimize waste and conserve resources. Conserve energy. Turn off lights when you leave a room. Use energy efficient appliances, and choose public transportation or cycling over driving to reduce your energy footprints. Sustainable choices. Make informed choices about the products you purchase, considering their environmental impact and choosing sustainable options whenever possible. Conclusion and the key takeaways. Scarce resources and sustainable development are interconnected challenges that demand our attention. So, by understanding the importance of sustainable practices and taking individual responsibility, we can work towards a future where resources are managed responsibly and our planet is preserved for a generation to come. So, that's all about our scarce resource and our theme, that is sustainable development. Really really focus on how can we survive in a better way and how can we use our available scarce resource with a proper use without wasted that. Okay, understood? So today lecture is over.